Hey guys, just thought I'd share something with you. I thought I'd throw together what you may from what you may have seen with my Homebrew Wednesday. I got a whole bunch of stuff from a guy for $60, and originally I just wanted to get a capper, but I got all this extra sort of stuff. That was awesome. So I have decided to basically brew something up. I've got a Brigalow apple cider kit. Have no idea how old it is. I have a Cooper's ginger beer kit here. I have 20 grams of Cascade hops in here with a whole bunch of crushed spices. I've got, I've got cinnamon, I've got peppercorns, I've got nutmeg, I've got clove and stuff like that. So I'm going to steep that for about 10 minutes. I've got a Brew Enhancer 1 that I'm going to put in with it. We're going to see how this turns out. So anyway, that's steeping away, and I'm going to pour in this now. Now I'm doing this the old-fashioned way, guys. I'm not doing any sort of boils and stuff like that. I am literally waste not, want not. I have no idea how old this stuff is, so I literally have to use it up or risk keeping it longer and having it going. I mean, look, anyway, what's the worst that can happen? For the price of a capper, I literally got all of this stuff free. So I'm really not losing anything. And I've got my Brew Enhancer 1, which I really have no idea how old it is, guys. So at the end of the day, I'm just wanting to use this and just see what I can come up with. Okay, so I'll put some boiling water in there. You can see the steam. I am going to consistently move this around with some more water. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, so this is still brewing away. Okay, it's doing quite nicely. This pretty much all dissolved. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up to 19 litres, no more, no less, and see what we've got. And so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I've filled this up to 19 litres. Sorry, just below 19 litres because I need to account for this liquid here. So we're going to put it in right now. I just want to apologise for the autofocus. This is a brand new camera that I've gotten, although I don't mind the quality. It's constantly autofocusing. In you go, my darling. Beautiful. Now, I'll just be careful when I spread the yeast. I'm just going to be really careful that I don't spread a lot of it on top of the exposed part of that little muslin tea bag thing there. So, okay. Alright, guys. Well, now it's time for me to take a gravity reading. I'm doing this one-handed, so please bear with me. There may be some editing that needs to happen to make this look a little bit more smoother. Alright. Wow. Surprised myself. Okay. Get rid of some of these bubbles. Wow, shivers. Okay. Well, I've just done a gravity reading and it is approximately 1.040. So that would mean it would come out at approximately 5.6, 5.8, something like that. I would just safely say 5%, and then with the carbonation drops, which I got in the package as well from this individual, would probably come to around about 5.5, 5.6. So, alright, time for the yeast, I reckon. Alright, well here we are. I have a packet of Cooper's yeast and some yeast nutrient which came with the cider pack. I'm going to put them both in together. I know for a fact that the Cooper's yeast can go just over 10%. I know that some may disagree with me, but I've done at least 3 experiments with that yeast, and it has been the case. And recently, well, with the brew that you've seen that I showed in the Homebrew Wednesday, that came over 10% using Cooper's ale yeast. So here we go. Nothing fancy there. Just doing it one-handed, so I've got to be really, really careful. I'm going to seal this up. Like so. Don't think I've forgotten anything. I damn well hope I haven't. Airlock for good measure. And by the way, this airlock also came with what I got from that individual. And I'm going to be using some Greloche swing top bottles to do this beer. Well, I don't know if you want to call it a beer. I would call it a spiced ginger apple cider, I guess. Anyway, so I got a whole bunch of carbonation drops, as you saw in the video, and I'm actually going to use those carbonation drops in the swing top ones. And I think I may need to put I think one carbonation drop should be fine for those. I think they're 420 mils maybe. I don't know. Even if carbonation is a little bit low, maybe that might make it a little bit more creamier. So anyway, I'm going to put this on a heat mat, and hopefully I'll show you guys really soon how it comes out. Hey guys, well, I may possibly have had a stuck fermentation with this brew. So keeping in the tradition of this brew being a combination of all the stuff that I got from that guy for 60 bucks, I'm going to be throwing in some Brigalow yeast, which I got from him, and we'll be putting this in and seeing if this helps the situation. Yeah. So, we'll see. Now, I know I didn't spread that around evenly enough, but you know what? I'm actually thinking this should help. And I do have a backup plan. It smells absolutely amazing. Really strong ginger. I do have a backup plan, by the way. And that is throwing in some Mangrove Jack's Belgian Ale yeast. That will be my saving grace. That'll fix everything. Trust me. Alright. We'll see you soon. Alright guys, so it's the morning after I added the Brigalow yeast, and as you can see, it's doing extremely well. When you see the krausen, the beginning stages of the krausen, you kind of know that things are doing well. So, thank God for the krausen. Well, g'day everyone, just giving you a bit of an update. I thought I had a stuck fermentation, and I was going to get some Mangrove Jack's yeast and throw it in here to help it ferment out properly. I called up my local Brewcraft, which is a homebrew store, and I told him what the original gravity was, what the current gravity was, and how it's currently at 3.94% ABV, and it's supposed to be going out to, I thought, 5. So if you round it off to 4%, we kind of realised that I'm only off by 1% ABV. And when I told him the tins that I used in this experimental batch, he said that, I think he mentioned something about 75% of some of the malts are fermentable often, depending on the brews that you do. So really, if you think about it, I'm only 1% off. So I don't necessarily think I have a stuck fermentation. So I'm going to give this a couple more days. You can see the airlock activity is very slow, but I'm going to give this a couple more days, and then I'll bottle, and really it should be fine. And anyway, when I put in the carbonation drops, that's going to give it 0.5% alcohol anyway, so it's going to be about 4.5. The most I would get would be 5%. So cheers guys, I'll keep you updated. Well, here we go. It's well, it was bottling time. It's all completed, and we'll leave these all for about 3 weeks, I reckon, and I'll crack one open and I'll share it with you and let you know how it's all going. Cheers for watching, guys. 17, and blessings to you and your loved ones. Catch you over at 17brewcrew.com. Ciao.